Welcome back everybody to the channel. I haven't had this view in a while. I've been on my bed with this, so I felt like it was a good time because I just felt like it was needed. NXT Toronto Takeover tonight. Takeovers are always a good show, and normally when it goes towards before the main roster pay-per-view, it's normally better than the main roster pay-per-view. We'll see, because I think the Survivor Series is going to be pretty good. Tonight, it starts off with the glorious Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger. Now, both of these from Canada. Roode is from Toronto, so this was his quote-unquote hometown, you know. Very great way to start off the show. I don't care what anyone says. It was a great way to start off the show. I mean, what can I say? Takeovers, NXT Takeover, are always great, and they always make a good way to start off the show. And this was a good starter. This match went, 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even more. I cannot remember. Overall, it was a damn good show. Like I said, Roode beats Ty Dillinger, but this stuff was good throughout. I mean, you had 10, 10, 10. Crowd was doing 10s everywhere. Crowd was, of course, chanting glorious during his entrance. Bobby Roode had a damn choir singing his theme song. I mean, I'm sorry if this show, like, talking about it right now gives me goosebumps, because I know every time I go on to review NXT takeovers, I'm so happy and I'm so glad, and I know I just saw an amazing show every time. Every time. Oh, the NXT for the smart fan. No, they're for any type of fans. Look, if you haven't, look, I don't watch NXT TV, on a daily basis, every Wednesday, because, I record and do other stuff for my channel here, and I try to do it most of the time and everything, go and watch it. I didn't even watch most of this build. And this stuff they were doing tonight, the matches were just great. Roode beats Ty Dillinger in a pretty damn good match. And then you had TM61 versus the Authors of Pain. Now, ever since I saw Authors of Pain for the first time, I said this group's going to be good. And when I saw they were with Paul Ellering, easily knew they were going to be good. It's a great trio that they've got and everything. And I mean, what can I say? This match, there was a spot, I think it was Shane Thorpe, I think that's his name. He was on the cage that was supporting Paul Ellering, that was up, in the ring. He does this senton flip onto both of the members of the Authors of Pain, and that was a cool ass spot. I was really holy shitting it, watching it. I was like, oh, okay. I did not expect that. This match, people were saying this might be the only match that, they were like, I don't know about, with the crowd. Now, the crowd wasn't like too into it, but the match itself was pretty good. And it ended up being Authors of Pain winning, which I thought they would do. I don't think they need to lose on NXT TV or anything, unless they're going for those tag team championships. I think we'll get into that right after this. But Authors of Pain win here. Pretty good tag team match. I mean, not the best, but I didn't expect. Excuse me, I didn't expect a very great match. I really didn't. My expectation for this was semi-low, but it was a phenomenal match. I mean, phenomenal match in their aspect. However you want to take it, I think it was a good match for those two tag teams, and I was surprised with it. But Authors of Pain win the Dusty Rhodes Classic, the second annual tournament of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Great stuff. Then we've got the match of the year, in my opinion. I just do not care what anyone says. DIY to Ciampa and Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, versus the Revival. 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere match. I don't know how to put into words, you know. I was so speechless of seeing what was going on in this match. And this stuff they were doing in this match was why this is the reason tag team wrestling, that's what it should be about. And, look, DIY, they won. They're the new tag team champions. But the Revival is hands down the best tag team in professional wrestling currently. Young Bucks, no. New Day, no. Anyone else, any tag teams, no. The Revival are the best damn tag team in professional wrestling. I mean, no doubt. I mean, you can say, oh, but what about the Young Bucks? You know, look, Young Bucks are great, but the Revival are the best tag team in this planet. I mean, most people agree with me on that. Most people agree with me on that. If you don't, I mean, it's your opinion, but a lot of people say the Revival are the best tag team. So the first fall, of course, goes to the Revival. Normally goes to the heels. Well, Johnny Gargano was trying to do his little from the middle rope, like sling him into, I believe it was Scott Dawson. And, you know, trying to do that shoulder block. Well, he catches him, picks him up, throws him over onto Dash Rider for the Shatter Machine. This Shatter Machine was damn brutal. It was brutal. It looked brutal. It looked great, though. The move looked great. And, man, when I saw that, I was like, how are they going to up themselves in this next fall and the third one? Well, the second one wasn't, you know, the second fall that was for DIY was not as good as the first one from the Revival. Revival was up 1-0, but then Gargano, Ciampa did their super kick and then running knee, or I think it's the running knees. I cannot remember what they call it. Pinned Scott Dawson 1, 2, 3. DIY gets the second fall, of course. So we're going to the third and final one. Near falls after near falls, false finishes, near falls, almost back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can't really remember all this in this match. You just have to go watch it. And for you wrestling fans or people in general, gaming stuff, you know, that, you know, subscribe to me here on the channel, if you don't watch wrestling, I'm telling you, you might want to get into it and just watch NXT if you want to, or watch SmackDown Live too. Raw's killing me. Like, I mean, Raw needs to be better. I mean, needs to be way better. But oh well. The third fall is going back and forth. And then we get to closer to the end. So the Revival are trying to do Ciampa and Gargano's, move. Well, then they reverse it and they do a Shatter Machine. The Revival's finisher on them. I forget which member of the Revival it was. I want to say it was Dash. Does it on him. I'm thinking, no way. It was Dash. Thinking, no way they did not just fucking do that. No fucking way. Just no fucking way. Nails him. I was thinking, oh my god, that's got to be it. 1, 2. Scott Dawson comes out of nowhere and interrupts the count. I'm like, oh my god. The suspense in this match was fucking great. It was damn great. Suspense everywhere in this match. So then, they keep on going back and forth for another couple minutes. And then Gargano reverses something of Dash and then puts him in that submission hold of his. Then Ciampa does a submission hold to Dawson while they're doing it. And they're trying to hold each other's hand and like don't tap. And they both tap at the same time. That is an image I will probably never forget for a good while. They both had submission holds, and the Revival was tapping out the same time. That's how you put on a damn story in a match, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see the third match between them. Or the Revival is just going to move up. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens, but this match of the year for me. That's what tag team wrestling is supposed to be. And Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Dash Wilder, and Scott Dawson, thank you for this amazing tag team match. That is match of the year for me. Thank you. Simply thank you. But DIY wins this, and new NXT Tag Team Champions. I don't know where they're going to go with this. If we're going to see another rematch between the Revival, I would certainly think they're going to do it. And then DIY wins, the third match. Revival move up then. Or maybe they're just going to move the Revival up to a main roster after the night. Who knows? Who knows? But let's go to returning Mickie James versus the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Mickie is 37. I seen a lot of time on there like, you guys realize she's 37. Something about that. She looked like in top-notch, pretty good shape to be 37 years old. Mickie James looked phenomenal coming out and everything. Asuka, she's got something with her theme music. It's very catchy. It's very catchy. Like, coming out and everything. So, these two go back and forth. Mickie gets the upper hand and, puts, the rope and saying, come on, Asuka. Then she does something and then goes to the, under the rope. Asuka gets a hold of it. And Mickie does something, I cannot remember, and just goes on the bottom rope too. They were having back and forth things like that. And then, overall, this matchup was good. But the ending of it was kind of weird how she tapped so quick. But I like the way she did it just because how she was tapping really quick makes the Asuka lock look very dangerous. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I think about that. I really like that. I really like that. Maybe that's just me. So Asuka retains here. Not much to say except a decent, overall good women's NXT championship matchup. and they were just very good overall. Mickey, I hope this is not the last of her. And at the end, Mickey was trying to shake her hand. Asuka just raised up the championship and shook her head no, like she said, I'm not going to do it. I think we see more Mickey James here in the future. And Mickey versus Asuka again, I think that might be in store. Who knows? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Good God, getting my words mixed up. But 2-hour main event of the evening. Samoa Joe versus the NXT World Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. What an entrance from Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't even care that the violins, how they were playing, they weren't playing the violins, they were faking it. I really don't care. It was amazing. I don't know how he's going to top this entrance. I don't know anywhere else. I think this was amazing. But this matchup was hard hitting, a Samoa Joe type matchup. I mean, you know how it is. And I'll just get down to it. I'm surprised how this match finished. So they're both outside. Shinsuke's wanting to do, it looked like another Kinshasa. So Joe kicks out of a Kinshasa earlier in the match, like maybe a minute or two before they get outside. So Nakamura gets outside. Joe's right there. He wants to do a Kinshasa. The ref is in the way. Samoa Joe pushes the ref. Low blows Shinsuke Nakamura. And there's a variation of a chokeslam onto the steel steps. And then slings Nakamura up back in the ring. Picks him up. Muscle buster. 1, 2, 3. Samoa Joe is your first and only 2-time NXT World Champion. And regains his title back tonight against Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm still legit shocked about that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be in store for Nakamura coming up to the main roster already. Or this is what I'm thinking. Maybe they just wanted to do a legit surprise, which they did. They did. Then go the takeover at Royal Rumble, like I said on Twitter. Joe Nakamura 3 in Hell in a Cell if they progress that storyline like they have been. First ever Hell in a Cell in NXT. I could see it. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. But Samoa Joe regains, let me say, the NXT Championship, and I am fucking surprised, man. I'm legit shocked, like I said. And if you guys are legit shocked, let me guys know in the comment section below if you like this NXT Takeover Toronto review. It's been a long night. I'm sorry. If I have botched there, but it's alright. NXT Takeover in Toronto review. If you liked it, smash that like button. Comment below what you think of the show and overall. And I will have Survivor Series preview and predictions up tomorrow evening, right before Survivor Series, probably like hours and beyond hours. And I will see you guys live tweeting tomorrow night for Survivor Series. And also I will be doing a live stream on here on YouTube on my PlayStation 4 before Survivor Series. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys for Survivor Series tomorrow night on the WWE Network.